So in this video, I'm going to go over the 5 best adult-only all-inclusive resorts in a premier level in Cancun. And I will explain what I mean by premier in a few minutes. Then in the following videos, I'll do one on luxury and budget-friendly, and then do the same for family friendly, and then we'll switch over to Punta Cana. Now with all of the resorts out there, it's almost impossible to narrow it down to just 5 of the best. So I kind of want to tell you some of the requirements that I had for this list. One is specifically for 2023, the awards that were given out to certain resorts. And then my own personal experience. And then I also consulted my friend Chrissy over at the Good Life Travel Company, who shared with me some of the feedback from her clients and the most requested resorts of the year. And of course, I personally went through a ton of the reviews and the ratings, the Facebook pages, just to make sure that we are bringing you the best of the best for 2023. And at the end of the video, I'm going to bring Chrissy on, and there might be some honorable mentions as well, but I'm sure we're going to leave some off this list that you like. So feel free to put in the comments your favorite adults only all-inclusive resorts in Cancun as well. Before we get into the list, I want to talk about what I qualify as a premier adults only all-inclusive resort. Because like I said, so many people contact me asking me what's the best resort to go to, but it really depends on your budget and how much you're willing to spend. I'm qualifying a premier resort as a resort that averages around $400 to $700 per night for 2. And I know that's kind of a big range, but again, prices can change based on the season and the holidays. There's so many different variables when it comes to price. Another requirement for this list was that it had to be within an hour from the airport. And if you're new to our channel, 3 days and 3 noches, like the name suggests, we often only go for 2 or 3 nights when we visit a resort. So it's really important that it's close to the airport. And that's important to note because it's going to eliminate places like Playa del Carmen and Tulum, which also have some amazing adults-only all-inclusive resorts. So when you're doing your research, just take note of that. But for me, it's very important that the resorts are within an hour of the airport. So number 1, and these are not ranked in any particular order, is Atelier Playa Mujeres. Now this resort is getting all of the buzz this year. It has won the TripAdvisor Best of the Best for 2023 among many other awards. It has 5 stars on TripAdvisor, and it's also a 4-diamond AAA resort. It's located about 45 minutes from the airport in the private gated area called Playa Mujeres, which is considered one of the safest areas in Cancun. It was built in 2015, so it is on the newer side and has a nice modern design, and it's also pet friendly. One unique thing about this resort is that even though it's adults only, you can be 16 years or older to come here. So that really does help families with older children that want to have that adults only experience, but still have kids that haven't quite made it to 18 yet. Now, if you are a foodie, this could be the resort for you because everyone talks about the food. It has 13 restaurants, 2 coffee shops, and 12 bars. They do have quite a few different types of room categories. However, if you would like a swim out suite, one of the downsides of this resort is the only way to get a swim out suite or one of the better room categories is you have to upgrade to their club level, which is called Inspira. And the cost of the Inspira suites and the club really pushes this resort then into a luxury category. So if you were trying to stay in that $400 to $700 a night, you will then have to stay in a regular room that does not include swim out suites. Now, this is a large resort. It even has its own golf course on site, but that means it attracts a lot of conventions, which can change the whole vibe when you're on vacation. Now, I personally have not been to this resort yet. However, my room is booked for January, so I'm really excited to bring you that honest review when we get there. Some of our members of our Facebook group have been there though, and they absolutely loved it. Number 2, since we are in the Playa Mujeres area, is Excellence Playa Mujeres. Now, I personally have been to this resort. In fact, we just went there last November, and so far it is among one of my favorite adults-only all-inclusive resorts. It's located a little bit before Atelier, so it's about 35 to 40 minutes from the airport. It has a 5-star rating from TripAdvisor, and although it did not receive any awards this year from TripAdvisor, it has received many in the past. However, this year, Forbes awarded it as the best overall adults-only all-inclusive resort for 2023. Now, I love this resort for so many different reasons. One was I really liked the size of this resort, so it was very walkable. Also, the service was absolutely outstanding, and the room categories are also amazing. So they have 2-story rooftop rooms, which is what we had, and you don't have to be in the club level to have one of these rooms. Now, we did upgrade when we were at this resort, and if you choose to do that, similar to Atelier, the pricing is definitely going to push this into a luxury category. However, you can still have an amazing experience at this resort and choose not to upgrade to the club level. It has 11 restaurants and 10 bars, and the nightlife was just perfect at this resort. It wasn't too crazy, but they had a different theme every single night, a lot of energy, which I love. And then the beach experience was really nice as well. Wasn't my favorite, but it is very nice in Playa Mujeres. The water is very calm there, which a lot of people like. And on the website, it says it has 7 pools. I only remember seeing a few of them. I know 3 of them are dedicated for the club level only. Now, it also has a sister resort that's supposed to be equally as good and did get the TripAdvisor Best of 2023. So I'm kind of sneaking this one in there, which is Excellence Riviera Maya. Now, there's a lot of debate about which one's better. Some people are adamant about Excellence Riviera Maya, some about Excellence Playa Mujeres. The major difference, I think, is the beach, because Riviera Maya really has a lot of seaweed these days. So the beach tends to be better at Playa Mujeres. I do a full review of Excellence Playa Mujeres, and just like any resort, it has its downsides, which I would say it's a little bit dated. So some of the rooms really needed some renovations, but they are in the middle of renovations right now. I know they're renovating a bunch of their restaurants, and they have plans to completely renovate the entire resort. 3, moving into the hotel zone in Cancun, is Live Aqua. Located about 20 minutes from the Cancun airport in the heart of the hotel zone. And whenever you do a search like best adult only all-inclusive resorts, you're going to see Live Aqua on the list. It did receive the best of 2023 from TripAdvisor. It has 4.5 stars, and I personally have not been to this resort yet, but it's definitely on my list. Now, since it's located in the hotel zone, it is going to be a little bit more expensive than some of the other resorts in this video. However, they often run really good deals and packages at this resort. Everyone talks about the food at this resort. It's one of the things that they are known for and recognized for. And in terms of rooms, they do have a lot of different room categories. But they do not have swim out suites. So even in their club level, they do not have that as an option. So if that's something that's really important to you, then this would not be the resort for you. I love staying in the hotel zone because there's always so much to do there. And Live Aqua is located directly across one of the most popular shopping centers, La Isla, which I've been to. And it's also very close to the hotel zone nightlife as well. I also love the beaches in the hotel zone because it's that beautiful blue turquoise water and it has waves, but it might be a little too rough for some people. It's also located very close to some other resorts, so it is in a busy section. But you would never even have to leave the resort if you didn't want to. There's a ton of activities there, including a spa. They have beautiful pools, including an infinity pool that literally faces the ocean. We're gonna stay in the hotel zone for number 4, which is Hyatt Zilara. Recently renovated in 2020 and did receive the best of 2023 from TripAdvisor. Again, I personally have not been there, but a few of our members of our Facebook group have, and they gave it raving reviews. I also feel like this resort gets overlooked and is often left off the list for the best adults only all-inclusive resorts. So I wanted to highlight it here because after doing some research, this is definitely going to be on my list of resorts to check out. Besides being on my favorite stretch of beach in the hotel zone, this resort has something that not a lot of other resorts in the hotel zone have, which are swim-up suites. It also has 7 bars and 7 restaurants, some which are overlooking the ocean, a beautiful infinity pool, and lots of activities. But don't confuse this property with the Hyatt Zilara and Riviera Maya. It doesn't get as good as of ratings, and the beach is not great there. So the beach is much better at this resort. And there's also another Hyatt adults only all-inclusive resort in the hotel zone called Turquoise Hyatt, which is connected to Hyatt Ziva, which is not solely adults only. And finally, for number 5, we are going to head south to Riviera Maya for Secrets Maroma. The resort is about 40 minutes from the airport and really caters to couples. In fact, Secrets, I think all of the Secrets resorts is really known for a couple destination, and it's great for honeymooners. It gets 5 stars on TripAdvisor and did get the best of the best for 2023. And it received a Traavy award for the best luxury hotel and resort in Mexico. They have 10 restaurants, 7 bars, and some activities and nightlife. However, Secrets is really well known for a more tranquil environment. So if you're looking for that party vibe, this will not be the resort for you. It caters to those couples and honeymooners. They have a lot of great room options, including the swim-up suite. that you do not have to upgrade to their club level to get. And yes, just like all of the other resorts on this list, it has a club level that if you do choose to upgrade, it's going to put you into that luxury tier pricing. In fact, in general, the Secrets brand tends to price higher than other resorts in the same category. They do advertise themselves as truly all-inclusive. The only Secrets that I've experienced is the one that was attached to Breathless at Riviera Maya. So I didn't actually stay at a Secrets, but I definitely want to try this brand because I know it gets such great ratings. And they have so many different options in the Cancun area, so I know it can be confusing. They just opened one in Isla Mujeres. They have one in Aqua, which is a lot further from the airport. They have Secrets Moshe. So just do your research, look into it, because they all have a little bit of a different twist. As promised, I'm back with my friend Chrissy from the Good Life Travel Company.
Hi.
Chrissy, and who are now our partners and helping us book travel for our subscribers. So
Yes.
welcome. But I thought it was really important that we bring Chrissy back on because she's helped me compile this list that I just gave you. And so the first thing I want to ask you, Chrissy, out of the 5 that we came up with, so we came up with Atelier Playa Mujeres, Excellence Playa Mujeres, Secrets Maroma, Live Aqua, and Hyatt Zilara. What would you say is your favorite or your client's favorite that you get the best feedback from?
Well, out of that list, I know I've had some clients very happy at Secrets Maroma, but I would have to say the best one, the most happy clients when they return is from Atelier.
Atelier. I'm so excited because I'm going there in January. So,
oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, and it's getting all of these awards. I'm sure as a travel agency, you see that. So I have to pick my favorite because I've only been to one out of the 5 is Excellence Playa Mujeres. Yeah. So I'm going to be really interested to compare those two.
Yes.
Right. And see which one. The only thing with Excellence, I would have to say, is that it definitely needs some renovations. But the one thing that I absolutely love is that you can get a really good room level without committing to a club level. So for instance, at Excellence, you can get like the 2-story versus like at Atelier, you have to get that swim out suite, you have to be at the club level.
So, yeah.
So that's why it's important that we do these videos because every resort has their unique pros and cons. I think the big question is, which ones do we leave off? I mean, obviously trying to narrow this down to 5 resorts
that's tough.
Really impossible, right?
There's a lot of beautiful resorts there. I mean, it's paradise.
Yeah, it's really hard. So one thing that I forgot to update you on, or maybe I did, is that I also made it a priority that it had to be within an hour of the airport because since our channel is 3 days, 3 noches, and that's usually all the time that we have, it's really important. So are there any that are within an hour of the airport that you think that maybe is like an honorable mention that we left off?
I would have to say Valentin. That's another one that I really get a lot of requests for. Recently renovated, gorgeous property, well known for their food and good entertainment, beautiful pools, and sandy, beautiful, soft, powdery beach.
Yeah, I've heard so much about that resort as well, like on our Facebook group. By the way, definitely join our Facebook group. I'll put the information in the description because a lot of our members mention Valentin and they're like, you gotta go. So that's definitely on the list for me. I would have to say I have to mention Sun Palace only because I've been there 3 times and there's a reason why, I go back. Well, one is, I had the membership, but also it's so close to the airport. It's a great location, but I didn't put it on the list because sometimes the food at night is like iffy. But for me, I have to mention Sun Palace. Thank you, Chrissy, so much for helping me put these lists together, for working with us. I'm excited. And so you can also find us on Instagram and TikTok, so you can follow us there and watch out for our next videos that are coming soon. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. And like I mentioned, Chrissy and I are going to put together a list for the best luxury, family-friendly, budget-friendly, all-inclusive resorts in Cancun. Then we're going to move over to Punta Cana as well. So stay tuned for those videos, and all of the information on how to book travel with us will be in the description as well.